Hey Divas, Kaden here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this closure wig using some bundles from the beauty supply store and a closure from Amazon. So this is like a beauty on a budget. It's super cheap and simple. So this unit is going to be a machine-made unit. So first things first, you're going to need to go ahead and get your supplies. So you're going to need your hair, so it's the bundles, the closure, your needle, your thread, and if you're going to be using a sewing machine, you're going to need your sewing machine. I'm going to go ahead and do the measurement for the wig cap, for the wig, because this is for a client. So I'm using a dome head, which is 20 inches. So I'm going to go ahead, measure it out, and then do the markings. To start doing my markings, I like to go ahead and do, if I'm using a frontal or a closure, whichever, I like to go ahead and do that marking first. So in this case, I'm using a closure. So I'm going to go ahead and line the closure up before doing the markings. To get the perfect marking, you want to ensure that your closure is laying flat, just like this. If you're not good with judgment and you want to have like even spaces between each weft that you sew down, you want to go ahead and use a tape measure. I usually use like 3/4 to an inch wide between each weft, or depending on the amount of bundles that I'll be using, because I usually double my tracks. And these are the bundles that I'll be using, and this is from the beauty supply store, as I said before, and I'll be using a closure from Amazon. This was sent to me by my client, and this is my daughter showing you guys her little artwork because she loves to draw. Right here I'm showing you a little clip of me doubling the wefts. When you're doubling your weft, you do not want both wefts to be on top of each other. You want them to be slightly below. I'm going to show you when I'm done sewing this so that it's flat. You want your wig flat, you do not want it bulky. After doubling the wefts, this is how flat they should look. This is me sewing down my first row, and it is key whenever you're sewing your track at the beginning and at the end to do it like a reverse stitch. So you want to do that reverse stitch because you want to knot the thread. If you do not knot the thread, the wig can unravel, and you don't want that. Whenever you're sewing your bundles down or your tracks down, you do not want to stretch the wig cap because it will break your wig. It will break your style. And this is how flat and neat you want all your stitches to be. No lumps, no bumps. As you can see, it's perfect. After sewing down your last tract, this is how your wig should look. You should not sew on that line that you marked off for the closure. This is how you know you've done a good job because the closure fits perfect. Yes, I do unsew the closure and I use a C-shaped needle, and these are the only stitches that I'll be using my hand to do because all the rest of the wig was machine made. The thread that I use is some basic thread that I got from the beauty supply store, as you can see right there beside the wig. It's pretty simple to sew it on. All I did was some basic stitches, and at the end and at the beginning I like to knot my thread just to make it secure. This is me showing you how I do my stitches without speeding it up, and it's pretty basic, simple, that is. Before I knot the thread at the end, I like to do something I call a reverse stitch. So I go a little backwards before knotting the thread to avoid getting like that little bump at the end of the closure. To ensure that I get extra security, after making that knot, I like to cut and leave a little thread so that I can form a loop, tie it, and then cut the excess. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut off that excess cap underneath the closure. And when you're cutting off that cap, you want to ensure that you want to cut close as possible to the stitching but not the stitches, because you don't want the wig to unravel. And you want to cut close but not too close. Oh wow, this turns out perfect. It is definitely a bust down middle part. And here you go, guys, this is it. Look at how flat that closure looks. The wig has no lumps or bumps. It's smooth, it's nice. This is really a wig on a budget, because these are some beauty supply here. The hair is from the beauty supply store, and the closure is from Amazon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're new, thank you for tuning in. Bye.